Well, looks like I got a problem. The mower is not mowing. Looks like the deck belt slipped off again, so probably about time I get that changed out. This is the original belt that came with the mower, and I've had it for quite a few years, so it's definitely past its life cycle. There's quite a bit of checking on it, decent sized chunks taken out of it, glazing, and just really time to get this changed out. So let's gather up all the tools, and I just happen to have a spare belt. I was pretty certain I was going to need one by the end of the season, so had that sitting around. And not too many tools I need for this. Got an impact wrench, got the belt itself, and you can see it's a 5/8 by 134 inches, and I just bought that off of Amazon. Got the socket. I'll show you or the wrench, show you what I'm going to do with that. Got a right angle bit for my impact wrench, and a 3/8 inch socket. I was smart enough to finally write that on so I didn't have to search for the right socket each time. So it's just a couple of covers to take off, one on each side. And with those covers off, I can see the pulley and really kind of analyze how this goes around. Now there are 3 blades in this one, and so each of those blades, the V part of the belt goes into the groove in the pulley. The tensioner, which you see in the back there, and just this regular pulley here, the back side of the belt. So here's a diagram of the routing for that belt, and probably a good time to pause and pay attention to how that goes. Okay, now this is on the other side. I've got this tensioner pulley that I'm going to have to release the tension on to get the belt on, and obviously you can see what it was that knocked the belt off this time, and just another stick. Get a lot of those up in the woods. I can't keep up with picking up all the sticks up in there. So here's a little pro tip. I used to just take the spring off, and then it was a real struggle to get it back on the tensioner. But if you just take a socket wrench, stick it in that nice little square hole, and then I've got my, this just part of a pipe clamp. Give it a little bit of leverage. That locks up nicely right behind the wheel and keeps on. So here's another version of that. So with that, all the tension taken off that pulley, it's a lot easier to get that belt back on. And the pipe seems to fit just nicely in there. Now, of course, be real careful. That could slip right out of there and whack you in the face. So I always keep an arm up, protecting myself there. So, time to get that belt out and make certain I throw that bag in the garage so it doesn't blow down the yard and make me chase after it. So, right about here, I'm really kind of wondering if this is the right belt, because boy, that seems long, but makes quite a few twists and turns under the deck, or under the mower. So it it is the right one. Spoiler alert there. And now I'm just studying to make certain I know the routing, because it does get a little complicated there. You got 5 pulleys, and yeah. So right here, I'm also noticing that there's a guard on one of the pulleys that you've got to take off in order to get that belt on. That's this right here. That keeps the belt from completely dislodging from the mower if it comes off. So now I'm gonna have to take that pulley off in order to get the bracket there in the belt, but should just be a matter of unscrewing that nut on the top and holding the bolt on the bottom. And just so you don't have to fumble through and figure out what it is, it's a, here it is a little closer, 15 mil. So I'll get that unscrewed and I'll get that taken off. So a little bit of a struggle getting the belt fished out of there, but wasn't too bad. And of course, when I did the tensioner there, the belt stuck between that and the springs, so go ahead and let that back off there and get the belt. Probably shouldn't have been nearly as hard as I made it there. But there we go. Got it released. And here I'm just confirming. Yeah, it looks like it's the right one. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, it's amazing how beat up that belt was. So now it's a matter of getting the routing, and I'll let the tension off there again and get this pulley put back on with the belt in place. Takes me just a little bit to figure out which direction that went. There we go. Okay, yep, gonna go just like that. I'm still questioning it right now. And kind of snaking that through the other ones, make certain that that my thought process is right. Okay, we got it. And I'm just gonna put it on loosely for right now. Make certain that I have everything in place the way it's supposed to go. Okay, and now trying to get it up on the clutch. Nice shot from underneath in front there. There we go. Okay, got it on there. And you can see that's it's routed through all the rest of them. Trying to get it on that last pulley. And it's a nice tight belt now. So a little bit to stretch it over that last pulley. Okay, got it on. Just testing to make certain that it's all going the right way. Put the tension back on it. Remove that socket wrench. And make certain everything turns freely. And looks like I've got it. You can see there how it's wrapped around everything there. And the V part is inside of all the blade pulleys, the back side on all the tensioner and the static one back there. Everything seems to turn okay. And oh, hey, I found that other chunk. Wonder how long that's been there. Okay, and then just need to remember to tighten up that pulley. It goes on pretty smoothly. Oop. Yeah, gotta have a bruised knuckle someplace there. Okay. And it turns freely. And I should have probably done this right away. Blow all that grass and dirt out of there before I put the covers back on. And just getting those covers back on. It's just the three bolts there, and again they're 3/8 inch. And that right angle guide on the right angle bit really makes this easy. With just the bit on there, there's not quite enough room right there. So this makes quick work of all that. And on both sides. And just getting them started. And tighten down. Lost that one. Okay, got her on there firmly. So I'm gonna raise that deck again. Get all the tools put away. And pick up my trash. And time to give her a try. And that looks like it's working. Let's go give it a little try. is definitely cutting the grass. Thanks for watching. Hope you got some insights there. Really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.